Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. There's a gentleman by the name of Alpha02 that made $23 million on the dark web. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is the dark web, how is Tor used, for the dark web, and how did Alpha02 make $23 million on the dark web. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So what is the dark web, right? The dark web is a segment of the internet that exists on overlay networks requiring specific software, configurations, or authorizations to access, right? It is a subset of the deep web, which encompasses all parts of the internet not indexed by traditional search engines like Google. The dark web is intentionally hidden and is primarily accessed through specialized browsers like Tor, which is the onion router, right? Tor is the onion router, and it basically hides user activity and location through a process known as onion routing, right? Some of the characteristics of the dark web, it's anonymity, right? Users can browse and communicate without revealing their identities or locations. This is achieved through encryption and routing data through multiple servers, making it difficult to trace activities back to the user. Then you have access, right? The dark web is not searchable via conventional search engines. Instead, it requires specific browsers like Tor, which allows users to visit websites with the .onion domain suffix. Content, while the dark web is often associated with illegal activities such as the trade of drugs, weapons, and stolen data, it also serves legitimate purposes, right? For instance, it can be a platform for political dissidents, right, in oppressive regimes to communicate securely and evade censorship. So people often confuse the deep web and the dark web. Now, the deep web includes all content that is not indexed by search engines such as databases, private accounts, and other secure information. The dark web is a small portion of the deep web, specifically designed for anonymity, right, and often linked to illicit activities, right? In contrast, the deep web includes many legal and benign uses such as online banking and private databases. So Tor is a huge portion of the dark web, right? It's knowing how to use it. Now, Tor ensures anonymity on the dark web through a process known as onion routing. This involves directing internet traffic through a network of thousands of relays, each operated by volunteers. The traffic is encrypted in multiple layers, similar to the layers of an onion, which obscures both the source and destination of the data. So let's get into a little bit of how Tor really works, right? You have the entry nodes. These are the initial points of contact with the Tor network. They form the first layer of encryption and connect the user to the network. You have middle nodes. These nodes further encrypt the web traffic, ensuring that each node only knows the immediately preceding and following node in the relay. This prevents any single node from knowing the entire path of the data. You have exit nodes. These are the final nodes in the relay before the data reaches its destination. While they decrypt the last layer of encryption, they do not allow the original source of data, maintaining user anonymity, right? You then have anonymity and security. What factors are that? That's encryption. Each layer of the onion router encrypts the data, making it difficult for anyone to trace the user's activity back to them. You have the relay network. The use of multiple nodes ensures that no single point in the network has complete information about the user's activity, enhancing privacy. Limitations: while Tor provides a high level of anonymity, it does not prevent all forms of tracking or data breaches. For example, the data between the exit node and the final destination is not encrypted, which can be a vulnerability. Additionally, using outdated versions of the Tor browser or enabling JavaScript can expose users to tracking. Now that you know what the dark web is, how it works, Tor onion router, now let's get into Alphabet02, because he had a dark web site, a dark web space, in the dark web, right? He had a marketplace Alphabet, and he was Alpha02, right? So, now that you have that overview of how the dark web works, now you can see how he used it. Okay, so now let's get into it. So Alphabet, one of the largest online dark markets was the result of a coordinated international law enforcement operation. The operation was known as Operation Bayonet, involved agencies such as the FBI, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA, and the Dutch National Police, among others. The takedown occurred in July 2017 and was part of a broader effort that also targeted the Hansa Market, another prominent dark web marketplace, right? Alpha Bay was known for facilitating the trade of illicit items, including drugs, weapons, and stolen data, with over 350,000 listings for various illegal items. The investigation revealed that Alpha Bay had been generating significant revenue, with estimates suggesting data sales ranging from 600,000 to 2 million. The operation led to the arrest of Alexandre C, because I don't want to mispronounce his name, which is who is a Canadian national and alleged administrator of Alpha Bay, in Thailand on July 5th, 2017, right? Following his arrest, Alexandre was found dead in Bangkok jail cell, with reports indicating that he took his own life. The takedown of Alpha Bay and Hansa was seen as a significant blow to criminal activities on the dark web, although authorities acknowledge the new marketplaces would likely emerge to fill the void left by those closures. So the shutdown of Alpha Bay had significant implications for global drug trafficking, marking a major victory for law enforcement against illicit online activities. Now, why is that the case? You have the disruption of illicit trade. Alpha Bay was one of the largest dark web marketplaces, right? Drugs, weapons, other goods for the bad people, right? Its closure disrupted a major channel for global drug trafficking, affecting the distribution of substances like heroin and fentanyl, which contributed to opioid epidemic in the United States. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and like button. Once again, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and like button. International collaboration is another factor, right? The operation to take down Alpha Bay involved a coordinated effort by law enforcement agencies from multiple countries, including the United States, Canada, Thailand, and European nations, right? Several of them. This demonstrated the effectiveness of international collaboration in combating cybercrime and drug trafficking on a global scale. One of the things about the dark web that is a harsh reality is you take one dark marketplace down, another one is going to pop up. You know, it's not just one size fits all, right? You take one down, another one's going to fill up. There's always like, you know, it's like a whack-a-mole situation. You know, the links are like this, guys. The links are like this. The links are like this. So there was a legal and investigative outcome of this, right? The operation led to numerous investigation and arrests, providing law enforcement with valuable intelligence on criminal networks. But like I said, the links come like this. They come like this, operating on the dark web. So it is also understood the importance of continuing efforts to prosecute those involved in online drug trafficking, right? Now, what is your opinion on the most prized thing that is being sold on the dark web right now, right? What do you think is the most prized thing that's being sold on the dark web? Because, you know, everybody has a new item that they're getting these days, right? So one of the reasons why they, you know, Alpha Bay, Alpha 02, and so many dark web marketplaces are so hard to catch is because of cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin provide a level of anonymity, right, that makes it difficult for law enforcement to track transactions back to individuals. This characteristic alone allowed users and operators of Alpha Bay to conduct illegal transactions without easily revealing their identities, right? One of that is because of the complex financial tracking, right? Tracking cryptocurrency transactions requires specialized tools and expertise. While blockchain technology provides a public ledger of all transactions, identifying the real-world identities behind wallet addresses is challenging. This complexity necessitates advanced forensic techniques and collaboration with cryptocurrency exchanges to potentially link transactions to individuals, right? Then you have the volume of transactions, right? Alpha Bay was generating significant revenue, with estimates suggesting daily sales $2 million. The sheer volume of transactions further complicate efforts to trace and analyze financial flow, because you're like, wow, what do I look like? What do I look at? If I'm a law enforcement, what do I look at? What do I look at? What do I look at? There was also cross-border transactions, right? Cryptocurrencies facilitate cross-border transactions without the need for traditional banking systems, making it harder for authorities to track and intervene in illegal financial activities that span multiple jurisdictions. That's what I have for you today. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and like button. Once again, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and like button. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe and see you in the next video.